Good evening. I'm Christine Baxter, and I'm thrilled to be here to announce one of tonight's honorees for South Jerseyan of the Year, Lloyd Freeman. Lloyd and I went to law school together. He was a year ahead of me, and I followed in his footsteps after graduation, accepting a position in the business litigation department of the law firm Archer & Greiner. Lloyd and I became fast and enduring friends when during my second year, we were staffed on a 3-day document review together for a case that would ultimately dominate the next 5 years of our lives. We often worked 12 to 15 hours a day, sometimes 7 days a week. In the hardest of those times, I barely found time to call my own mother. But Lloyd seemingly didn't sleep. He managed to scrounge every free moment to continue facilitating his life's goal of promoting diversity, inclusion, and mentorship in the community and at the firm. Within the firm, Lloyd created an affinity diversity group in 2012. He changed the face of the summer associate program to focus on recruitment of diverse candidates. And after being promoted to partner, he was named the firm's first chief diversity officer in 2018. At the community level, Lloyd remained active in charity boards, bar and alumni associations, many of which he would go on to chair. Most notable, however, was the charity that Lloyd himself founded in 2008, the Burlington Camden Achievement Foundation. The Burlington Camden Achievement Foundation biennially hosts a Botillion program geared towards preparing high school, junior, and senior men for college and subsequent life. The participants, referred to as BOs, attend bi-weekly workshops where they focus on topics ranging from fiscal responsibility and etiquette to public speaking and career preparation. They also attend social and cultural events and complete a community service project. At the culmination of the program, the BOs are presented to their family, friends, and other invited guests at a black tie gala where the graduates receive a scholarship from the foundation. In this 12 years since its inception, there have been 121 BOs to graduate the program, their lives forever changed thanks to Lloyd. While the Botillion program is surely the cause closest to Lloyd's heart, he's probably most well known in the public interest community for his role with Big Brothers Big Sisters. After serving as board chairman of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Burlington, Camden, and Gloucester counties, Lloyd was a key player in merging that chapter with the Southeastern Pennsylvania chapter to create Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Independence region, which Lloyd has chaired since its start in 2019. For these efforts, Lloyd has, unsurprisingly, received numerous community and professional awards, but one in particular will always stand out for me. Years ago, when receiving a Promising New Attorney award, Lloyd referenced the following quote in his acceptance speech: "The service you do for others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth." I've never forgotten that quote. Or more specifically, I've never forgotten just how directly it speaks to the way that Lloyd conducts both his personal and professional life. In a world where so many people are so aggrieved over their entitlements, Lloyd, his lovely wife Ebony, and their beautiful children, Ailey and Bo, who yes, was named in honor of the many Bo's to graduate the Botillion program, have opened their homes, their hearts, and their lives in the service of others. Having found a way to build not only a career, but a life focused on giving back, Lloyd is truly an inspiration, and I can't think of anyone more deserving of tonight's award. Ladies and gentlemen, one of your 2020 South Jerseyans of the Year, my friend, Lloyd Freeman.
I'm so incredibly honored to receive this award. Many don't know this, but I wasn't born here in New Jersey. I only moved here for law school, and I can still remember arriving in Camden for law school about 16 years ago. And I didn't know a soul in New Jersey. So to be here today receiving a South Jerseyan of the Year award is pretty surreal to me. And I'm very humbled, and I would like to express my gratitude to everyone at the Walter Rand Institute for bestowing this great honor upon me. I also have to thank my dear friend Christine Baxter for providing my introduction. After working together for many years, she's seen the best and the worst of me, and she's also an amazing godmother to my children. And she's one of the most giving people that you could ever meet. So I knew she was the right person to do me this honor. Thank you, Christine, for being a friend. To my wife and kids who have been trapped in the house with me for months during quarantine, God bless the three of you. It has been rough, but the quality time that I was able to spend with each of you has been amazing. Thank you so much for your unwavering support. To be quite honest, this pandemic has been pretty hard on all of us. I'm glad to see that the work of the Walter Rand Institute, and most importantly, this scholarship, has not stopped. Now, more than ever, we need to continue to support our youth. I've actually made it a lifelong passion of mine to support young people, and specifically their education. Like our vice presidential candidate, Kamala Harris, I too am a proud graduate of Howard University. And I'll be the first to tell you that my Howard experience was transformative, and it was some of the best years of my life. But I would also be the first to tell you that if it wasn't for my full tuition scholarship and additional financial aid, I couldn't have afforded to go to Howard. This is why I started my own scholarship and mentoring program. I want to help as many young men as possible to attain a higher education, particularly young Black men. Society places enough barriers between a Black man and a college degree, and if I can take away that financial burden, that could completely change a young person's trajectory. Some of my proudest moments have been awarding scholarship checks to young people and watching them receive their degrees. And with each graduation, each scholarship check, it's giving them a chance. It's providing them access. It's breaking down the walls built by generations of systemic racism and oppression. This past year, a lot of these inequities, they actually came to a head. The topics, racism, oppression, they're difficult to discuss, but we have to face them head on. The same way that this institute addresses tough issues in its focus areas. In my role as Chief Diversity Officer of my firm, I encourage people to get more comfortable with the uncomfortable. It's time to acknowledge that racism is real, that bias is real, that privilege is real. It's time to start the conversations, but it's also time to start implementing solutions. My work mentoring young people through the Botillion or through Big Brothers Big Sisters, that's my contribution toward finding a solution. And the work of this institute, to improve our lives and our communities through research and policy change, that's equally important, and it's very timely. Perhaps this event being broadcast virtually is the best thing to ever happen to the Institute. It showcases the great work of this organization to such a broad audience, and I hope it results in increased support. Our communities so desperately need it. In 2020, we also had to learn to wear a mask to protect us from this pandemic. And I get it. These masks are terrible. They're extremely uncomfortable. They're hot. They make you sweat. They muffle your voice, and they're just annoying. But this is all temporary. Sadly, people of color have had to wear a mask for centuries, and it's suffocating, it's stifling, and we can't breathe. Over 100 years ago, Paul Laurence Dunbar, he wrote this poignant poem, "We Wear the Mask." And during these parallel pandemics, the words of that poem have never reigned more true. In the poem, Dunbar writes, "We wear the mask that grins and lies. It hides our cheeks and shades our eyes. This debt we pay to human guile, with torn and bleeding hearts we smile, and mouth with myriad subtleties. Why should the world be overwise in counting all our tears and sighs? Nay, let them only see us while we wear the mask. We smile, but oh great Christ, our cries to thee from tortured souls arise. We sing, but oh the clay is vile beneath our feet and long the mile. But let the world dream otherwise, we wear the mask." The mask for us, it symbolizes how we have to hide how we truly feel and what we really want to say, just to be able to navigate a society that still creates barriers for us. This is why my work in providing scholarships and mentoring to young Black men, it must continue. This is why the work of the Walter Rand Institute must continue. The Institute's mission of improving the lives and the life chances of people in South Jersey, particularly around criminal justice and public safety, it also tackles those societal ills that underrepresented groups like young Black men face. The Institute is working to help us to be free, to be ourselves, and to live life without a mask. I thank you so much for this award. I'm so extremely honored. Thank you for seeing what's up under my mask. Thank you.